Good morning, guys, and welcome back for another daily tips and predictions video. As you can see on screen right now, I've got 10 games that I've selected that I like the look of. And so there's 4 games in the Premier League, 2 games in League One, then a couple games in the Coppa Italia, and then 1 each in the Coppa Italia and Super League. If you followed yesterday's bets, and thank you for those that sent in your bets list to me on Twitter, I saw quite a few winners, so congratulations. I think there was only one bet that let us down yesterday, so it's not too bad, quite good. So I hope some of you made quite a bit of money, so congrats to those that did. And if you haven't yet, make sure you enter the giveaway that's currently on my Twitter. I've got a link down in the description below, so make sure you check it out. But for now, let's get straight into the video. I'm going to break this video down in 2 parts. So the first part, I'm going to be tipping the Premier League games. I'm going to do these 4 games first, which will be then followed by the rest of the games here. So for the Fulham v Leicester game, what I like the look of here, when we checked out the head-to-head stats, if you can see that there's been at least, obviously these 2 you can't really count them, but if you check out the last 3, you can see there's been at least over 2.5 goals, and this one had over 1.5. and particularly these 2 that I like the look of it. So I feel like the safe bet here is to go with over 1.5. And the odds for that is really good. As I always do, I will show you in the bet slip later on, after we check out these games. Now for the Leeds Everton, if you have a look once again to head-to-head stats, both teams, Everton also just lost to Newcastle, so they're going to try and bounce back. If you look at the previous game, here there's been a yellow card for each team, and I don't feel like obviously we can't really look at these games because they don't really tell us much because of how many years they were ago. But if you look at Leeds' previous games, you can see they racked up quite a few cards here. Then same with Newcastle against Everton against Newcastle, they got I think they got 3 yellow cards. Yep. So I feel like once again this is going to be a game with quite a few yellow cards. So for this game, we're going to go with over 0 yellow cards for each team. And to be fair, that's going to follow the pattern for the other 2 games as well. So with Aston Villa v West Ham, we're going to go for over 0 cards for each team as well. Both teams have seen plenty of yellow cards in their recent games and in the head-to-head, so I feel like that's the safest thing to go. Obviously with the West Ham, you could also chip in over 1.5 goals as well if you want to boost up them odds, but I feel like the card bet itself is quite safe. And then last but not least, in the Premier League, we've got Liverpool v Brighton, and once again the odds for this one is actually incredible. The last couple games, we'll start off with the one before last, had something like 3 yellow cards for Liverpool and only 1 for Brighton, 4. And then the game before that, I think the team saw 1 yellow card each. So I feel like it'd be quite stupid not to go for that as a bet. So yeah, now what we're going to do now is we're going to get straight into the bet slip. So as you can see, I've added 4 selections to the bet slip, and the Fulham v Leicester is 1.33, and then the one where I feel like the most value is this right here. It's pretty much nearly 1 to 2, and a cheeky £10 bet on all 3 of them returns you just under £60, which I feel like is an incredible value, and that's probably something I'm going to be getting on a bit later on today, earlier to kick off. So yeah, this is going to be the bets for the Premier League. Now let's move on to the rest of the leagues. So welcome back, guys, and so now we're going to start off with the League One tips. And so the first game we're going to have a look on is the Bordeaux v Lille. And so if you have a look at the standings, you can see Lille have been on an incredible form, whereas Bordeaux have been not too bad themselves. And if you look at the head-to-head stats, Lille have been dominating their last 3 fixtures. So I think for this one, what we're going to do, usually I don't bet on teams winning because someone always messes it up, but for this one, I'm predicting a Lille draw no bet. Obviously, if you want to take the lower odds but want to have a chance of actually winning, I would recommend them going with Lille draw or win. But I think for this one, because I do see Lille winning, I'm going to go personally for Lille draw no bet. So that's going to be the bet for that game. Now the other game I'm going to have a look at is Lens v Marseille, and this one is actually going to be a card bet. This one here, if we have a look, all of the head-to-head stats have had plenty of head-to-head games, had plenty of yellow cards in it. This one being the most recent, then even the one before that. But obviously that was many years ago, so like I said, it doesn't really count, but you can see there is some history between the two teams. So I assume it's going to be another feisty game in terms of yellow cards. There's going to be over one card for each team in that game. Now the last game I want to have a look on in League One is Monaco versus Nice, and you see Monaco currently sitting fourth and a pretty incredible record in their last 5 games, whereas Nice on the other hand have only won one game in the last 5. The head-to-head stats as well pretty much says for themselves. They won the last 2 games. And so for this one, what we're going to go with is a Monaco win. Obviously, if you don't want to go for a win, which is something I don't usually do as well, so you might want to go with over 2.5 goals or over 1.5. Or if you want to go with Monaco draw no bet and over 1.5 goals to kind of make up for the odds in that sense. But yeah, I'll show you what I got my bet slip later on. And so now we're going to move on to Napoli with Atalanta in the Coppa Italia. And for this one, it's going to be a feisty game. There's been plenty of yellow cards. I think there's been at least one yellow card for each team in the previous games. There's been plenty of goals as well flying in. So with this one, we're going to go with over 0 cards and over 1 goal in that match for each team. So every team to get at least 1 yellow card and to be at least 2 goals in that game altogether for this game. Now the other games I want to have a look into is Levante v Villarreal. And for this game, what we're going to do is we're going to go with a goals bet as well, because both teams have been in good form as well. You can go with both teams to score an over 1.5 or over 2.5, but what I've kept it really simple in this game, and I went with over 1.5 goals in this game here. Now the other game I'm going to have a look in Coppa del Rey is Granada v Barcelona. This one's going to be straightforward. Barcelona to qualify. The odds are low, but it's a nice booster for your accumulator. If you don't want to, don't include it, but I feel like it's pretty much just a certified win. I think Barcelona will definitely get the business done and get them to another semi-final. And now finally, last but not least, we have a Turkish league team, Antalyaspor versus Besiktas. And for this one, the head-to-head, the table is pretty clear. So both teams have been on an okay run. You can argue that this team has been probably a better run than Besiktas. When we look at the head-to-head stats as well, it's been a bit all over the place. So trying to predict a winner is quite difficult, and stats don't help either. So for this one, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go over 1.5 goals for this game. But now let's get into the best slip, and I'll show you what I have. So as you can see here, I went with little draw no bet, Monaco full time. Then went in the bet builder here for the cards game for the Napoli v Atalanta. Another card bet for Lens v Marseille. And with some overs for these games and Barcelona to qualify. £10 bet, which I'm nice, just under £110. But as I always say, don't bet on all of them together. Do it in a manner that you think is suitable for you, and just pick out 2, 3 or 4 teams that you like off. Don't forget the Premier League accumulator early on as well. But thank you for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, make sure to enter the Twitter giveaway down in the description down below. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you later in another episode. Thank you. Bye bye.